This video explains everything you need to know about blending perfectly with pen and more tips to help you improve in pen art. The first tip is sketching. What's sketching? Sketching is the first line you create when you start drawing, the outline you create when you start drawing. That line is very important. So what makes it very important? It is important because is what you sketch that determines how your drawing will look. If your sketching is nonsense, your drawing will be nonsense. You need to get that. Many artists take their time in sketching. They use pen, pencil, anyone, just get the outline perfectly first. Some take days in sketching before they start drawing. So for this tutorial, it will be blending in a circle. So use anything to make a circle. If you are following me to this drawing, use your pencil or pen to bring out the dark part and the light part, like making a sign that this side is dark and this side is light. That's how you separate the two, so that you will not make mistake when you are shading. What you do next is to shade lightly the sides that are dark first. You make like a layering, just like giving you a guard to this is what I want to draw. This is the part that will be dark, and this is the part that will be light. This is the part that will be too dark and too light, and you will do this with hatching and cross hatching. This is just like guiding you to the main drawing, and this is very important, especially when you don't have any reference picture, any picture you are looking at. Like in this drawing, I'm not looking at any picture, I'm really drawing everything from my mind. So I need those guides to get the drawing perfectly so that I will not make mistake. I've seen many beginners artists making this mistake. They always jump from this process. They jump from layering to shading, doing the main shading. No, you go gradually. It is the gradually you go that makes it look smoothly and beautiful. It also helps you to correct immediately when you are making mistake. When you are going gradually, you are shading it lightly, smoothly, like that. When you make mistake, you can correct it easily. But if you go hard immediately, you go on the darker part immediately, when you make mistake, you cannot correct it. Use hatching and cross hatching to shade the most darkest part in the drawing. Bring out the darkest part. From the darkest part, you will now proceed to the lighter part. It is like gradual process before you meet at the center point, that is the light. That's where the light is in the drawing. So this is the hatching and cross hatching I'm talking about. When you hatch, then you cross the line. This is simple as that. Now do it in the drawing you are making. The darkest part first, even if it's not a sphere or a ball that you are drawing, anything you are drawing, go for the dark part first before you proceed to the light. Especially for beginners, it will really help you. And when you are shading the dark part, you are not going hard, you are going the same smoothly, so that the drawing will be smooth, the ball will be smooth, the circle, the shading will be very smooth. You are shading lightly first, shading light on top of the light once you shade it till it becomes black, so it becomes the thickness you want. So then you can leave it and move to the other part that is lighter. Now we want to proceed to the lighter part of this drawing. At this darker side, I made it a little bit thicker, but at this lighter part, you are making it faint. Everything faint, so that you will not make mistake. That darker part, you add a little bit pressure before you get into that. But the lighter part, the place that you will blend into light, you are making it lighter till it is blended very well. Especially for beginners, don't make this mistake. It will ruin the whole drawing. Now shade lightly across the other parts that you want to blend, and make sure they are the same pressure. You are adding the same pressure so that it will be smooth together. Not one side is now thicker, the other side will now be lighter. This is a ball, it has to be that smooth. If you can get accurately on how you blend, it will be very good for you. Blending is just simple. It's like fading the line at the end. When you are finishing the line, you fade it. That's just how blending is. If you can perfect yourself in this, you can really draw anything. You can draw water, you can draw fire, anything at all. Just perfect yourself in blending, and all this stuff will be very easy for you. I've seen many artists finding it difficult to blend very well. So in order to get the smooth look they want, they use eraser to blend it. no, you will really spoil the whole drawing. When you use an eraser on a pen drawing, what it will do to that particular place you use is that it will change the color of the place you use from the main drawing itself. So you are now bringing two colors in a drawing. It really makes no sense. It will spoil the whole drawing. Okay, back to the drawing. Now we are concentrating on this lighter part. Here you need 100% of your skills because you are trying to make it very light. Everything should be very light. It should not be noticed that those lines that you are creating should not be seen at all. That's why you need to be very faint with it. If you keep your pen halfway so that you will not make that mistake. Don't hold your pen at the mouth. If you hold your pen at the mouth, you will make the mistake of shading darkly, maybe a mistake, and at this point, at this place, if you shade darkly, you have spoiled this whole drawing. Blending is really very important, and if you notice what I've been doing, I've been flipping my drawing. I've been flipping anyhow just to get it perfectly. Don't stay at one position and decide to get that thing smoothly. You will ruin the whole drawing. Turn the drawing upside down, sideways, anyhow. Just make sure that shading is very smooth. That's the secret artists use. Don't stand one place, or maybe you see other artists stand one place and draw. You don't know the behind the scene of the artwork. Flip the drawing, do everything you can possible best to get it smooth. Before we proceed, click that like button and subscribe to this channel. I'll be dropping tutorials of how to sketch, many tutorials that will help you in pen art. Now look closely what I'm doing. I'm closing up the lines with circles. That's scribbling. Close up the lines with scribbling. Those lines that you can see, you close them up with just turning the pen around. Make it light, don't make it thick before you ruin the drawing. You just closing those lines, those hatching and cross hatching you created is called scribbling. Using scribbling to close up those lines. That's what will bring out the beauty of this board that I'm making. That scribbling was very effective if you are making it very light. Even if it's a dark place, make it light till it becomes dark. That scribbling will close up those lines, making the drawing look hyper realistic. Even if it's not something like this you are drawing, or maybe a human face, when you use that scribbling, it will make it more realistic and beautiful. Now look at this. It looks stupid, but trust me, it really was. It will make your drawing look smooth, very smooth. Even if it is smooth already, it will look more beautiful and it will look smooth. Many artists use this, many artists do this, but others might use tissues, all these soft. Some use soft clothes, some use paper, some use cotton board, all these things that have soft mouth. That's about me. I use my hand to smoothen the whole drawing. It really looks beautiful and amazing. You will try that in your drawing and see how beautiful it will be. Maybe a place that you don't really want to shade, you can use this method and shade there, since it will be coming out very lightly. This is the another secret that artists don't tell. The next tip is the power of shadows. This looks like a normal circle when I'm making it a normal sphere or anything we'll call it, but when you add shadows to a drawing, the whole vibe is changed. Everything will just pop up, like it will look more amazing. Now I'm adding shadows to this drawing. Now see how it will look after I added shadows will make the thing look like it is in motion, or look like it is a very hyper realistic, something that looks real. I also drop a video about shadows. Subscribe to this channel not to miss it.